Hey everybody, Tim here with today's James Bond parody review, Casino Royale. So, God, this movie was really hard for me to get through. It was really, really rough. To be completely honest with you, and I'm sure like some of you, like Michael, for example, is going to roll their eyes, but I think OK Connery was actually a better James Bond parody than this was. So, the reason I'm including this is because it is a James Bond parody, and it even has like James Bond in it, and it's a very, very loosely based on the book Casino Royale. Like, we see some of the characters like Lachief show up and stuff, but for the most part, in my opinion, it's a product of its time. I mean, this movie came out in early 1967, and it's mostly built around the actors that are in it, like Peter Sellers, David Niven. Like, both of those are well known for being like Pink Panther actors at this point. Woody Allen shows up, Orson Welles is in there for whatever reason. Like, it's more about the actors than it is the actual plot. And for me, it just didn't work. Where, like, the original James Bond, who is this celibate character who doesn't really do anything wrong, and he's older and he's retired, and then M, the leader of the CIA, the leader of the KGB, Legrand, like, all these people show up to kind of recruit him back into service because other MI6 agents have gone missing, or other secret spy agents throughout the world have gone missing. And, like, Bond even, like, calls them out how they're joke shop spies at this point, where, like, the flower shoots acid and there's knives in their shoes, and he's just making fun of, like, the James Bond cliches that we think of today, like Q's workshop. Eventually the mansion gets blown up and M dies, and there's such long scenes. Like, this movie's over 2 hours long. If they had cut it down to like an hour and a half, it probably would have been pretty good. But like the whole scene of like M's house, because he's been infiltrated with all of these women trying to seduce Bond, it's just too much for me. Sir James Bond, the original James Bond, is promoted to the lead of MI6 and basically wants to confuse everybody, so he names everybody James Bond. So we like meet Moneypenny's daughter. James Bond's daughter is now called James Bond. There's another agent who's named James Bond. His nephew is now Jimmy Bond, who is Woody Allen. And I don't know, just throughout the whole movie, it just gets to be so much, and it's so tiresome. And then, like, when we actually get to the Casino Royale scene with, like, Orson Welles, and he's just doing these magic tricks that supposedly he insisted be included. And just the whole poker thing, it's too much, and the movie just dragged forever for me. And finally, just to jump to the end, we realize that Woody Allen is actually the secret villain, and he's Dr. Noah, which is in itself a joke to Dr. No. And he can't even talk in front of his uncle because he's so, like, intimidated by him. I don't know. By the time we got to the end of the movie, like, I was having such a difficult time paying attention that I was just like, God, I hope this is over. Like, I wish OK Connery would come back at this point. But it is what it is. It is a parody movie, and that's one of the things that we have to keep in mind. And these were pretty common, and they stay common even today, where we have like Johnny English and we have Austin Powers and even the Pink Panther for a very long time. So for those who did see this one, what did you think? Like I said, this came out in 1967, so we had three Bond movies. We had the OK Connery, we had Casino Royale, and then my next movie, Sean Connery's quote-unquote last performance, You Only Live Twice. So what did you think about this one? Did you think they did a good job parodying James Bond? What did you think about all the actors? Go ahead, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time for You Only Live Twice.